Hey guys, Matt the Greeter, Dahanjo. Welcome to another winter episode. It is January 30th as of this, and I'm about to, you're welcome in advance, solve all of the problems of the NBA right now. So just take a seat, actually click on a different video, and then just have a more enjoyable night. But anyway, if you're still here, thank you, I appreciate you. Just want to talk about a few things. As LeBron James, who some people call King James, and which I do not, he is about to surpass the scoring record of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, formerly known as Lou Alcindor, of the the Bucks, and then of course famously the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, skyhook, goggle wearing, very tall, bald, absolute game changer of a man. So LeBron James is about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record, barring any crazy and horrible situation, which, you know, I hope does not happen. And there's a lot of people making comparisons, and I just want to go on record, or on YouTube, just saying, listen, you can say that LeBron James is great, and that's fine, but to say that he's greater somehow because he ends up with more points, greater than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, is laughable. There is no comparison whatsoever between the ball players. They played in different eras, for one thing, and so 38 whatever thousand points it is today, you know, far easier to attain, and you know, not to mention, I mean, we got 3 referees on the court now. There were 2 in Kareem's day, and today's referees and whatever, they are instructed to take care of what's good for the game. But what they mean by that is what's good for the almighty dollar. So LeBron James is good for the almighty dollar, and therefore he is refereed differently than other people. And you know, recently there was a game, Lakers versus Celtics, and it came down to the wire, and the Celtics were missing a couple of key players. It probably wouldn't have been a close game, you know, if Marcus Smart and Robert Williams had played, but it wound up being too close. The Celtics didn't pay attention to details, and it came down to a last-second layup attempt by LeBron, and he got whacked on the arm and missed the shot. It was a foul, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure, but it was not called. And you know, he proceeded to have a meltdown and go crazy and not get a technical foul, even though someone who had done less earlier in the game got a technical foul on his own team. But he is, of course, reffed at a different level. And a lot of people were upset about that and saying, you know, the Lakers should have won. But those of us with a little bit of non-bias, you know, outside of his fan base or his, you know, his worshipers or whatever, you know, have noticed, you know, he gets away with a lot of stuff that other players simply are not allowed to get away with. And why? Because he is good for the game, according to the league. And again, what it really means is he's good for the bottom line. He brings in money for the league. Announcers are instructed to talk about him regularly. This is, listen, I have to say, he's a great player. I'm not trying to like poo-poo on his career. You know, he's done extraordinary things to keep himself in tip-top shape and just get more and more of a physical specimen as he goes along. He really has done an admirable job with all of that. That having been said, he is not judged by the same standard that just your regular old run-of-the-mill player is judged by. You know, somebody flipping like he did after that call, you know, some no-name would have been sat down or ejected or something. It would have been a quick double T, you know. But no, he got actually no technical foul whatsoever. He's allowed to do that. Why? Because he's good for the game. And by the game, it's the almighty dollar. And this is coinciding with, I mean, his whole career pretty much But like I said, he has worked really hard to get where he is, and he has played. I feel like he's put in maximum effort his entire time in the league. So I really don't mean to be trying to take away anything from his career. So please don't. This is not my point. You could put somebody else, some other superstar's name in place of his, and kind of get the point. The league is not just right now. You know what I mean? It's not presented in a fair manner. So the other thing that's really rankling me, I know, here's a way I want to fix the NBA. Stop showing, back to the monetary thing. Have you noticed all of the gambling commercials lately? Every other commercial, FanDuel, what are the other ones? The gambling and all this, like DraftKings. So not only are there a lot of these commercials now, but they are now in the middle of an NBA game while, free throws are being shot or there's some other action on the court. Half of the TV screen are NBA stars talking about who you should be betting on and what's going to happen. They're like talking about gambling. Their game is actually on the other half of the screen. But the game which I want to watch is being bullied into by this money making. So how would it be much different, if I was taking up half the screen? This is overblown, but I'm saying like with a fentanyl commercial. You know what I mean? Like, so fentanyl doesn't ruin everybody's house. I'm sure somebody one time may have used it safely. This is not a good example, by the way. I've known a number of people who have passed away from use of the drug. But I'm just trying to make the point that gambling is an extreme moneymaker for some people. But for a lot of other people, not only does it reduce their standard of living, but in some cases it destroys their families. It destroys their retirement. It takes it away. We're selling a motorcycle to try to pay off debts. This is not good, but it's being pushed so hard to the point where they will actually shrink the screen to half, so that half of it can be your beloved NBA star, whether it be Jalen Rose or Charles Barkley or the like, giving you advice on who you should be putting your bets on right now. And then they'll put a little disclaimer. If you have a gambling problem, if you think come on. If you think, so put this up by a Budweiser commercial. If you think you have a drinking problem, try not drinking or call this number. Come on. Come on. For real. So I don't like that. I don't like it. But I love the NBA. So, man, am I going to stop watching because of that? Probably not. I like to stop the ball, rolling the ball inbounds. And like Ja Morant, it was hilarious. The ball was there for 30 seconds before somebody, came up and made him make an offensive play. It's pretty funny. No one says you can't do it, so you might as well do it. It's a good strategy, but I don't like it. But I think it's clever thinking. So my compromise is you can roll the ball in, but I think that at that point when you roll the ball in, the 5-second count should start. And by the end of the 5-second count, the offensive player had best pick up that ball, or it's a 5-second violation. That way we can keep the game moving. I know Marcus Smart's really good with that move, and then Ja Morant, yes, hilariously, for I think it was 30 seconds, let that ball just sit there. Everybody's looking at him, wearing his little pink shoes and stuff, and he's a great ball player, huh? He's a lot of fun to watch. But that was really funny, but I don't think that's good for the game. Do you? Maybe you do. Oh, I've forgotten even what other changes I had in mind. Make it and take it, man. If you get hit and the shot goes in, play on. That's the other thing. If you want to improve the game. So, I get a little tired. It is already a wildly over-officiated. What's up? Wildly over-officiated game. In the national Basketball Association, wildly over officiated. But so now we're putting people at the line constantly, and like you see this in the second half of the game, especially. It just grinds away. Like, what are we doing? So everybody stop, everybody line up while this guy takes 27 dribbles and misses clanker off to the left. Another 27 come on, my life is passing me by. I'm 48 years old and I ain't going backwards, I'm going forwards. I don't have time for this. In pickup ball, I played bazillions of games of pickup ball when I was growing up. And you make it, you take it. Someone whacks you on the arm, but it goes in. Play on. The only time you wouldn't even go to the line in pickup ball, which is beautiful. You get whacked on the elbow. If you get hit on the elbow, you're gonna miss the jumper. It's just physics. You get whacked on the elbow, you just take the ball out. It's your ball again. You just check it. That's it. Nobody's stopping. Everybody look at me while I'm on the line. Gonna miss the free throw anyway. Probably. Let's speed it up. Let's go. Oh, this is it. This is my big one. I think, just like in Major League Baseball, you're not allowed to argue balls and strikes. In the NBA, could we get the players to shut up and stop talking to the referee? It is absolutely detrimental to the game. Every time somebody drives somewhere or whatever, and it's rubbing off on people like Tatum. Every time he drives, now he's looking at the ref. His hands are in the air. He's checking for rain. Oh, what was it? No call? No, there shouldn't be a call. Shut up. A player shouldn't talk to the referee. The other one is like people are shooting free throws. And you got a player who has got a referee cornered and is talking to them. That referee has got a job to do. That referee is supposed to be minding the game, maybe watching for lane violations, or something like that. And instead, you're allowing, and back to LeBron, you are allowing certain players to touch referees, to corner them and jabber at them for several seconds while the game is in progress. And I don't like it. I think the coach should be able to talk to the referees. That's it. The player, you can do, like, come on. Like, you can have a reaction, like, come on, man. Like, oh, come on. Like, yeah, you missed that call. Like, you can have your one comment out of an emotional outburst, and then you compose yourself. That's it. No more conversations. Right? I don't walk up to police officers, right? Ever. And talk about, no. They're there. They're there for another reason. They got a job to do. I'm not going up and talking to them about how come you're not. No. Referees have a job to do, and it ain't talking to you. Your job is to play basketball. It's not to talk to the referees. Let the coach talk. If there's an injustice or something's going on that ain't right, let the coach do the talking. You got a job to do. The ref has a job to do. Let's get back to doing that job. Right? That's all. There it is. The NBA's fixed. Oh, double entendre there? Uh-oh. Did I just open up that can of worms? But I love basketball. It's the greatest sport. It is the greatest sport on earth. And well, anyway. I was going to say, I love Bill Walton, too. Bill Walton, Mike Watt of the Minutemen, and me. I don't know, out of the three of us, who talks more when they should be doing other things, but God bless him, Bill Walton. All right. You can listen to Bill Walton call an NBA game, and you've been exposed to half the Grateful Dead lyric catalog. The man is not afraid to quote entire songs. All right, guys, Matthew Reader, I care about you, and I'll check in with you soon. Bye.